Okay, so on to 2016.
Yep.
The game is Stronghold. It's a medieval themed game here where you have a castle that you are trying to defeat, and it has defenses. So there's a wall about 1/3 of the way through the field, and there's multiple types of medieval defenses that you would see.
Portcullis,
a rough terrain, a drawbridge, things like that. And so you have to be able to get through those defenses, you and your other partners, in order to defeat or
you
get points for going through. Thank you. And then once you get into the courtyard, you've defeated these defenses in the castle, you can fire foam boulders at the targets, this goal up top.
And at the very end, you have to climb up the
tower.
tower
That you've defeated. Right.
Yeah.
It was great. They were starting to get, the first organization was starting to get a little bit of a stronger theme in their games.
Right.
So they're organizing a little bit better in that sense too.
So again, we spent a fair amount of time strategizing on how to defeat these various defenses. And one of the defenses was a tunnel that if you were short enough, you could get through. And somehow we fixated on that was an easy way in and out every time. And we were all about cycle time. How can we get in and out? The portcullis took too much time. The rough terrain took too much time.
Yeah.
This was it. So if we were 14 inches or shorter, we could just drive right through the tunnel every time. And we thought that was a pretty good idea. And we ended up designing our robot so that the whole thing fit into the footprint, 32 by 32 approximately, and was only 14 inches tall.
It was incredible
and
to
it
try
was
to squeeze it.
Incredibly dense to get all the materials we needed in that. We ended up using a fairly sophisticated intake mechanism.
Yep.
Again, touch it, own it. It was a roller on a double action pneumatic system that we could reach out to grab the balls and pull them in. And then we could use that same mechanism to push the ball further in, and that would introduce it to our shooting wheels that would shoot it into the
Which
target.
were up to speed, and so you just kick it into them.
It did all of this in 14 inches tall by 30 inches long, and it was a pretty awesome robot.
I agree. We had some creative mechanisms, some creative systems, but it was all squeezed in there and a little...
It also made servicing really hard.
Difficult.
Yeah, really hard because you couldn't reach anything. It was so compressed.
We went to Hatboro.
Mm-hmm.
We won Hatboro, I think, that year.
We won Hatboro the first. We discovered that being prepared first in that first week was very valuable.
That's right, yeah.
And so we won Hatboro with a robot that worked really well that first week because it didn't have any wear and tear on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was shooting just fine and doing its thing. Then a couple weeks later, we went to West Town.
Yep.
This is, I think, their first time they were hosting. They're good friends of ours, and we went out there and won West Town, or we won Chairman's at West Town. Thank you.
Yeah.
Won Chairman's Award there. So we're still competing for that large first award of Chairman's. We're still driving at that. We want that. And then that qualified us. Winning the Chairman's there qualifies us to go to the regional championship. Right. And we did well enough there and throughout our season that we qualified to go to World Championships in St. Louis.
Where the wear and tear really caught up.
The wear and tear. And this is after now, 40 matches on this robot or something like that, 40 or 50 matches. And it's really starting to hang on.
Yeah, it's hard to find 6 wheels that will inflate.
Correct. That's right. And it was a good season. We learned a lot. We learned that really figuring out the strategy of the game was going to be huge to how we design.
Yep.
And that has come for the rest of the years to the future now, how we do it.